Hey guys, me again. Another carrying on from the theme of World Kindness Week is really about our own wellness and well-being, our own ability to be regulated and grounded and calm. And I think this fits perfectly with the Wellness Project, who says well-being leads to well-doing. And there's a quote by Rachel Remen which says that the expectation that we can work with trauma and loss on a daily basis and not be impacted by it is as unrealistic as expecting to walk through water and not get wet. So really thinking about how we prioritise our own well-being and wellness so that we can be our best selves for ourselves, our family, our friends, and for the people who we support. So to support that journey, I know there's lots of other things in place, but I've also created a bit of a well-being and wellness plan, which I'm going to be sharing with you. So just to give you a little bit of a flavour, there is a sense where we're really getting to reflect and thinking about what is our best self, what does that, our happier self, what does that look like, what does that feel like. People might want to write poems, sculpts, painting, whatever else. And also, what does our most stressed, most on edge, most tricky self, and how do we recognise those signs and symptoms and think about those factors within that. There's also a space to think about what is your why, what is your rationale, why is it important, what are the benefits for really looking after yourself, and I suppose what are the costs and the hazards of not. We need to know the why so that we're really able to prioritise it. There's also a sense of really thinking about what are the different things that push our buttons, that get under our skin, what are the different triggers and hotspots and prickly parts that we need to think about, because we're all human and there's always stuff that really kind of gets under. So how can we recognise those so that we can increase our feeling of safety and decrease our feeling of danger? And there's also a flavour to really help that, where you draw around your hand and really think about what are the things that I can smell, see, hear, taste, touch, that both make me feel regulated, calm, soothed, grounded, connected, and also maybe what make me feel triggered and on edge and irritable. And then there's a real section to spend a bit of time thinking about and what things really support me. And everyone is unique. There's no cookie cutter approach or one size fits all. What spiritual things, what cognitive psychological things, what creative, sensory, physical things really help and support me. And there's also an aspect to think about who are my team, who are my life cheerleaders, my inspirers, who are the people who hold my safety net, professional, personal, those who are alive, no longer with us, pets, superheroes, spiritual beings. It might even be people who have just been a random stranger, a turnaround adult. Who are those people who we can draw on? And then there is some other bits to bring some of that positive contagion to us. What is some of my guiding life mantras, my mottos, my quotes? What is a memory or a moment that really makes me feel warm inside, that puts a smile on my face, that if I had a time machine I would travel back to? That moment that is a real sparkle moment, a feel-good moment. And then there's a sense of what makes me laugh. We know that oxytocin is a huge stress buffer. And then some commitments. What will I do every day, every week, every year? And who are some of the places, people, things that really remind me about how important wellness and well-being is, and an opportunity to sign. I hope that you find that a useful addition and look forward to hearing from how you do use it. Take care and happy Kindness Week.